I'm a nail artist who meet different people, especially ladies, who have different views about me, about my personality. Recently, I was attending to my old client who said some statements that somehow I felt misunderstood. She was like, hey, Paul, mazee siku hizi umegrow hadi siku hizi unaongea. She was like, I used to never talk. And another scenario is a certain lady who also shocked me when she said that Paul, tuwe ni pretender, kwa sababu sometimes you talk a lot, sometimes you keep quiet. Now, one thing that most people do not understand about we introvert is that we prefer deep and meaningful conversation to small talks. And again, we find it hard to start a conversation, especially to strangers. That's why sometimes you'll find us talking, because we actually take a lot of time to feel comfortable with people around us before we start opening up. That's why you will find some people saying that we introverts are pretenders. Another thing about we introvert is that we enjoy listening to talking. We spend most of our time listening than talking. Therefore, you may misunderstand us. You may think that we don't like talking. But then sometimes we like talking, but we enjoy listening more than talking. And to some instances, you will find that we may take our time listening to you, getting to understand the kind of a person you are before we start talking to you. So that one does not mean that we are pretenders, or that one does not mean that we are immature. So that when we begin talking, then you start saying that we've now matured. That's wrong. Now, are you an introvert? Do you feel like you are an introvert from the signs that I gave previously? Sometimes do you feel misunderstood? Or do you know of somebody who is an introvert and you feel that sometimes you don't understand them? Therefore, today, I want us to look at some of the misconceptions that are associated with introversion. Number one misconception about introverts is that introverts are rude. Now, we introverts have been associated with rudeness and arrogance because we tend to avoid small talks. We tend to avoid those awkward smiles. We tend to avoid greetings and even to, sometimes I may even meet a stranger, not a stranger, but I may even meet somebody who is familiar to me. But I just fail to greet them or to smile at them or to have that small talk with them. Not because I'm rude, but it's like we always feel like we are straining, we burn out, and sometimes we always feel like we are faking it. Some extroverts may feel comfortable doing them, but to us introverts, in most cases, we feel like we are faking it. Number two misconception is that introverts cannot make good leaders. Now, leadership is all about communication, giving direction, being in spotlight, and taking risks. Some of these qualities are actually associated with extroverts or extroversion. But did you know that most of these good leaders, most of these good managers are actually introverts? Because introverts take their alone time to think into problem, to dive into problems. Therefore, when it comes to decision making, they make the best decisions ever. That's why people like Barack Obama are among the best leaders on earth, actually. People like Bill Gates are among the best CEOs on earth. It is said that Barack Obama, during his presidency, after dinner with his beautiful wife, Michelle, and his daughters, it is said that Obama will take like 4 to 5 hours in his private office doing some personal stuff, uh, uh, reading books, uh, reading letters, working on speeches, and apart from that, even doing some personal stuffs that are done by some other normal introverts, like playing video games. He was found in several scenarios playing video games or chatting with some close friends. Number 3 misconception is introverts lack passion. Now, have you been in church or in any social gathering and your priest or your pastor or the speaker shouts that are you excited? And like everyone is like, yes, and you are just alone there, smiling and standing still? Or have you ever seen your neighbor doing the same thing? Yeah, one thing about we introverts is that we have a lot of passion, and sometimes we may find it difficult to show it outwardly. We may feel excited, but we don't show it outwardly. Number 4 misconception is that introverts are antisocial. Now, this one I've been reminded in so many scenarios that I am antisocial. Now, introverts are not antisocial. It's only that we prefer a very small social circle. We may prefer like 1 or 2 friends, 1 or 2 meaningful friends. And sometimes, unlike extroverts who can make like 100 friends in a day, we introverts find it hard because we find it hard to start a conversation. But once you get to know introverts, especially on a personal level, you will realize that introverts are very social and outgoing. Number 5 misconception about introverts is that introverts do not know how to have fun. One day, I remember one day when I was in class 7, we went to Disco Vumbi with my extroverted cousin. Reaching to the event was full to capacity, and people are laughing, people are dancing, people are enjoying themselves. Of course, most of them were drunk. So my cousin was busy there with some of his friends, dancing also, enjoying himself. And you know what I did? I took a